But we have to agree if family asks for money over $250.
But watch this couple sit down and play YBAngry and calmly resolve this in just minutes. No stress, no drama. It's just a game. We need to decide who's going to be player A, who's going to be player B.
She's A.
Both players will use the This One detail cards to write down all the details to support their position on this issue. Only fill in sections 1, 2, and 3. Use as many cards as needed.
How many times, if it's the same person asking multiple times? And the relevance for me would be a 10, because I don't want to repeat the same person asking the same, money for the same amount each time.
Oh, so what you're saying is that they should only be able to ask just like that one time and that's it?
Well, not so much as just one time, but I mean, like if it's every 6 months or,
Okay.
Consistently, then that would be a no.
Yeah, I understand what she's saying.
So, yes.
Okay. I say it's not.
Whether it's true or not, how relevant is that?
It's relevant. So I'm going to give it, I'd say a 10 because that is something relevant. I don't think it's consistent like that for any of them, but I think it's about situation and timing. It's about, all of us have always tried to work. And I think when we try to do better, sometimes there may be a gully or something.
So what you're saying to me is it's about situation and timing.
Yeah, it's about their situation and the timing of that situation, yes.
Yes, I mean, I agree with you about the timing and the situation, but I still feel like that should be something that we both agree on and not just you make the decision. And then, I find out later.
I really don't have a problem with that. I never did. But to me, when you grow up and sometimes have to share the same bed and same tables and stuff, now you come first. If a house caught on fire and the houses are next together, my brother got to save himself because I'm going to have to come over here and make sure I got you out. That's just how that goes. But as far as just going through the everyday terrors of life, I just feel that if my brother calls me and asks me for $150, $200, and I have it to give, not to come and ask you for it, I don't have it, let me ask Andy. If I have it, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to give it to him, knowing that in the past he's given it back to me. Because even though he's my brother, there's a point where, if you're not going to pay me back and you keep saying it, then, I'm just going to cut you off and say no. But until that happens, I don't think there should be a problem. I think if it's an excessive amount of money, yes, I agree. But for a couple $100, I don't agree.
But the amount was $250.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
We should talk about that before we, I'm not saying when I say talk about it, I don't mean saying that we have to get each other's. I'm saying yes, you can do it, but I'm saying I think we should just communicate and say, well, baby, one of my brothers asked me for this. I'm going to let him have such and such. Just the communication of letting me know that.
I agree with that. I can agree with that.
Okay.
I don't think I should have to ask to give my brother $250. If I have it, then we're fine, and and I know the house is okay, and if I think we're in a problem on buying, then I just wait a minute. Let me talk to my wife.
So let me make sure I understand. You're saying that you don't think you should ask if we have it.
If I have it.
If you have it.
I don't think I should have to ask.
Okay.
Unless we're in a bind, or I think that I haven't gotten all the things that I need to done, bills and things like that. I don't see why I should have to ask. And I agree with you. I should just say, honey, my brother asked for $200, $270, or $250, and he paid it back last time. But isn't that about
communication, though? You should, even though you may have it, you don't think that's something we need.
But why am I communicating it with you?
What? Why are you?
Yes.
But that's the issue.
I know. That's what I'm asking you. Why do you feel I have to communicate $250 that I'm giving to Craig, Tony, or Tim when we've done this all our lives and they pay me back? Why do you think I have to communicate that to you? That's what I'm asking you.
But you don't think I should know?
If my brother has paid me back, and we've always borrowed from each other before you and I met, we've always borrowed money back and forth. You know, I don't see why. And now I do agree if it's in a different amount of money, I agree. Put on a couple of $100. I don't think I should have to ask or something like that. That's just my.
It's not you asking, honey. It's just letting me know that you're going to give them $250 or whatever it is that they ask for. Because, you know, 9 times out of 10 is not even, you know, I hardly ever in the 22 plus years we've been together, I've asked you to let somebody borrow some money or us give anybody any money. It's always your side of the family that.
No, there's people that borrow money from us that you've told me about, and I've had to help.
But it's just basically, I mean, within the last year or two.
But those are just. But those are brothers, and everybody's going through a different maturation or different season in their life.
This is true.
I'm going through a season in my life, and I've had to ask them to borrow money.
Do you think they communicated with their
I
spouse?
have no idea.
Okay. Well, just for us in our house, I think we should talk about those things, and you know, even though it's, you know, your account, I think we should communicate that, because I don't want to be in a setting and, you know, it comes up and somebody says something, well, you know, you let me borrow, here's this money, you let me borrow, and I'm like, I'll give this back to Benson because he let me borrow such and such amount of money.
Okay, but if that were to occur, that's a positive thing, because
it
that's
is a positive thing, but I don't want to be, you know, it'll be sideways, so like I didn't know about it. Or if we're in a gathering and I'm with the other sister-in-laws and they're talking about it, and I'm like, and I don't know about it. That's happened several times. So that's, you know,
and I somewhat agree with that, but I'm not setting aside anything.
It's just all about communication.
I understand that, but I really don't have a problem with that. I think the way that it was brought to me was that I need to say something about it and ask, and I don't think that I need to ask.
I didn't say ask, honey. I just said communicate.
Well, I'm just saying. I just said that's how I took it.
Okay.
I mean, if it's a mentioning of something, I do agree. If it's a large amount of money, I should have to come to you. I don't disagree with that at all.
Okay.
But I think for a couple $100, I don't think that I should have to say something. But I was taking it as though you meant asking. So if it doesn't mean the asking part, and just say, you know, my brother, you know, needed, $150 or something to do that, I don't think I can mention that. But I was just thinking that it was just one of those things you request I need to ask or something.
Mm-mm. No, just communicate.
Okay. It's okay. I was thinking it was something else. It's not about asking for permission, but it's basically on her part. It's about communicating the situation.
Okay, I feel better that he understands that. He just needs to communicate that with me versus asking for permission.
Was there progress with this one detail as it relates to the issue? Yes or no?
Yes.
You guys have to agree.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And the next step is, did we win the game? Like, is this issue settled? You can settle the issue and still go over the other cards if you want to. But if the game isn't settled, then you take the next card.
I think that settles it with me. I mean, I understand her point. So I understand the point about, you know, a large amount of money, because $250 to me, you know, we ain't rich, but $250 is nothing. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, but I understand her point about, you know, anything more than that could be a car payment, for example, something should be, you know, so I agree with her on that.
Are you good?
Yes.
You positive?
I am.
Are you happy you played?
Yes, I am.
I've been waiting on this one. Huh?
Yes. You need to leave me some of these cards.
So, how long has this been an issue for you guys, you think?
Me and my brother's been doing that for a long time.
No, how long has it been an issue for her?
For us.
Long
time. Very long time.
From a long time, because she didn't notice it until, I mean, I think when I came back I was okay, and then when I was transitioning into driving, you know.
How long are you talking about?
It's been 21 years ago.
Okay.
So that's when I started, you know, with barking like from Tim or Tony, whatever, get going.
So how long have you had an issue with it, though? How long have you been, like, trying to fix it?
It's really since the kids got older.
Yeah, how long have you been trying to... Have you mentioned it to them before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so how long has you been trying to fix it?
since the kids?
5, at least 10 years.
Okay. So you feel better today. What happened today? What was the difference today?
He thought I was telling him he had to ask me, and it's not. It was just more of the communication. Because I know his family, him and his brothers are very close, and that's what they do. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that we're partners now, and we're trying to do things. I think, I know that their whole situation, everybody's situation is different. They're going to help each other regardless. I just want to, know about it,
right,
and don't be, sideways, or if somebody says something about it and I'm like, well, I didn't know anything about that. But it's just about communication, just letting me know.
So I understand all that.
So
I'm just trying to figure out how you guys sit down, and I'm at 24 minutes on the game. If it's been an issue for 10 years, what's the difference today? I'm trying to figure out what kind of value it brings so I can focus on that.
No, it's a good value. It's just sometimes people have stuff they just need to tweak. It's not necessarily bad. And listen. And so now the thing is, I ain't hearing you, you ain't hearing me.
Okay. And he kept saying, I don't think I should have to ask. And I kept saying, I'm not saying you have to ask. I'm just saying communicate. And I think it registered to him, okay, well, she's not saying I have to ask. I just have to let her know. Okay. And before, it was mostly, he says what he says and I say what I say. And it was written down. So when you see it on paper, it's totally different than just speaking it.
Share this video and help other couples stay together, one issue at a time. Order your games and get free shipping by clicking on the link in the description.